Hi, I'm Stephanie Jaworski of joybaking.com. Today we're going to make Panna Cotta, which literally translated means cooked cream. This is an Italian dessert that takes cream, sweetens it with a little sugar, flavors it with vanilla, and then sets it with gelatin so it has a nice pudding-like texture. This is wonderfully rich and creamy with a silky smooth texture. But because it's so rich, I like to serve it in small portions. So for this recipe, we will get anywhere between 6 and 8 servings. So you need 6 dessert cups that will hold about a half a cup, that's 120 milliliters of the cream. And you could use, what I'm using here is cute little bowls, but you could use ramekins, you could use custard cups, or if you were doing like a dinner party, wine glasses would be very nice. So what we're going to start with is with the gelatin. And we're using unflavored gelatin. And this comes usually in these boxes. You can find it in the baking aisle. And each box has 4 of these little envelopes of unflavored gelatin. And an envelope is about 1/4 of an ounce, which is 7 grams. Now we need to soften this gelatin, and you need to soften it with a cold liquid. In this case, I've got a 1/4 of a cup, that's 60 milliliters of cold milk. And then what I'm going to do is just sprinkle the gelatin over the top. And what this does, the gelatin will soften and it will swell and become really spongy. In technical terms, that's called blooming. And this will take between, say, 5 and 10 minutes to bloom. So we'll put this aside and then we'll carry on with the recipe. Now we need about 2 1/4 cups, that's 560 milliliters of cream. Now I'm using heavy cream, you may know it as double cream. If you don't want it that rich, you could use a combination of heavy cream with, say, light cream or half and half, or even milk. Kind of play with the combination to get the right texture and the richness that you want. And I'm just going to pour this in a medium saucepan. And to that, I'm going to add a half a cup, that's 60 grams of confectioner's sugar, or maybe you know it as powdered or icing sugar. And that's just going to sweeten the milk a little. And then we're going to heat this on medium-high heat. And I'm going to stir it just until boiling. We want it really hot, and that way it will dissolve. Once we add the gelatin, it will dissolve the gelatin. So just heat this just until it comes to a boil. So our cream is just about to boil. You just want it really hot. You could just put your finger in there and make sure it's hot. And then, as you can see, our gelatin has really bloomed really nicely. It's all soft and spongy if you touch it. And so what I'm just going to do is add the gelatin into the hot cream. And then just stir this to dissolve the gelatin. Now we need the hot liquid because that activates the proteins in the gelatin, and then that will set our cream. So just keep stirring it. If you find it doesn't completely dissolve, then just put it back on the heat until it's completely dissolved, which I'm going to do here. Just put it on low heat. So we want to make sure all the granules of gelatin are completely dissolved into the hot cream. Okay, so completely dissolved. Just kind of raise your spatula and make sure there's no granules, that everything's all dissolved into the cream. Like I said, put it over low heat and it may take a little while. Just be patient. And then I'm just going to add about a half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Now try to use the pure vanilla extract. It's a lot better flavor than the artificial ones. And what I'm actually using is what's called a vanilla bean paste. And what it is a thick vanilla extract with the little tiny vanilla seeds in it, which is kind of nice because you can see the little seeds in the cream once it sets. Adds a nice little dimension to the dessert. And so that's it, we're done. I'm just going to pour it into this measuring cup to make it easier to pour into the dessert cups. And just evenly divide the cream as best as you can. And then this is going to go into the refrigerator for 2 to 4 hours until it's set. And if you like, if you're doing this for a dinner party, you could even make this the day before, so that makes it a really easy dessert. So there we go. So just into the fridge until set. So our panna cotta has set for just a few hours, and as you can see, it's gelatinized. If I just take a little, you can just see how it's set in the underneath. It's kind of really soft and pudding-like. This is really nice, rich and silky smooth. It's just wonderful. Now, if you like, you can just serve it plain. Or you could do with some fresh fruit. I've got berries, but you could use other types of fruit, slices of peaches or anything like that. And you can also use a fruit sauce, a raspberry, a strawberry, blueberry, or even a chocolate sauce would be really excellent. So until next time, I'm Stephanie Jaworski of joybaking.com.